Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, on today's video we're going to be talking about the things I wish I knew in my 20s. Currently I'm in my 30s, and with what I know now, there are so many things that I felt like I should have done better, or I shouldn't have done at all when I was in my 20s. So I'm just going to be sharing my experiences with the hopes that it will help you navigate life better in case you are in your 20s now. Please try and listen and watch to the end of this video. You might learn a thing or two. And of course, with everything I'm going to be saying today, if you're already above your 20s, or you're in your late 20s or your 30s, and any of these things I'm going to say today resonates with you, please leave it in the comment section. I would like to hear your thoughts also on this topic. So without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So hi love, my name is Blessing. In case you're new here, you're seeing this beautiful face for the first time, my name is Blessing. I hope you like and subscribe to this channel by the end of this video, okay? In case you haven't. So in no particular order, the first thing on my list is that there is no deadline. Guys, the number one thing I wish I knew when I was in my 20s is the fact that maybe someone had told me that there are no deadlines to things. Most of the time in your 20s, you hear things like, hey, I want to do this before my 30, I want to do that before I turn 30. Like 30 is usually like a deadline. 30 is that age you hear and you be like, once I get to 30, that's it. Everything is late. I'm old. So I have to like do this before I'm 30, do that before I'm 30. I did a lot of that. I heard a lot of that. Guys, I'm here to tell you that there is no deadline. 30 is not the deadline. You want to study, you want to get married, you want to build a career, you want to have started your business, you want to have... There's so many things that will be running through your mind that you need to achieve before you're 30. That's not always the case. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to rush it. You just want to take your time and do things right. What your goal should be is doing things right and not doing things because there is a timeline. There is no timeline, okay? Which brings me to my second point. Enjoy your single life. See, by that time, most people, maybe before their 20s, I've heard people still get married early. Most of the time, you're still single at that time, and you want to enjoy your single life to the fullest. Trust me, coming from somebody that is now married. Trust me, ask any of your friends that are married or anybody that you know are married and what they wish they could go back to. Most of them will tell you being single. You are at this stage of your life that you have options. You are in the position to choose. You have so many options. You have so many things you can do with your life. Being single, you own yourself. Even though most of the time there might be constraints in one or two ways, most especially financial constraints. Don't want to allow that to be the reason where you will stay in an environment, a toxic environment, or somewhere that you don't feel safe, or be constrained to doing things you don't want to do. There are so many constraints that will come with being single, but you want to enjoy it to the fullest every step of the way. Every single moment of your single life, you want to enjoy it. Trust me, you will look back and say, I wish I did some kind things. I wish I did this thing. I wish I did this thing when I was single. You keep saying that. Enjoy your single life to the fullest. Which brings me to my third point, staying in a toxic relationship. Most of the time in your 20s, your goal is to get married. I need to get married. And then at the end of the day, you end up staying in a very toxic relationship that is not favoring you. You're just there because you feel you can make it work, because you feel you have a deadline, so you have to be here, you can make it work. No, sis. If a relationship is not flowing well and you're constantly not feeling safe, or you're constantly not at rest, it is not for you. don't force it. Do not force it. You don't need anybody to validate your life. You don't need to keep acting like a wife material to somebody just for you to prove that you can be good as a wife. Chances are you might not end up with this person. So why spend all that energy? Why put in all that energy into making yourself feel better for somebody else, trying to prove to somebody else that you're good, that you're better, yeah, you can make a good wife material, when you can spend as much energy on yourself to help you be a better version of yourself. For some people, they might be in a very long relationship and it ends up in marriage, but it's not everything that ends up in marriage. There's just something that will keep that doesn't just feel right with you. You just felt like this is not the place for you. This doesn't feel right with you. It's better you leave that relationship. So in order for you to make space for another better one, or just maybe you just need time to be apart from that person to discover yourself better before you can go back into any form of relationship. So it's very, very good for you to, like I've mentioned it before, enjoy your single life, and you don't need to prove yourself to anybody. There is no timeline, there is no deadline. Everything just keeps boiling back to no timeline, because most of the time these are the things that pushes us to do things we don't want to do. Which brings me to my next point: spend more time with yourself. Spend more time on growing yourself. You don't have to try to prove to people that you're better. You don't have to try to prove to people that you're a good wife material. You don't have to prove to people that you're a good friend. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. The only person you have to prove anything to is yourself. You have to prove yourself that you could be better than what you are today. You could be better than that tomorrow. So that way you are able to grow yourself more. You're able to grow more, spend more time, spend those energy more on yourself in your 20s. 20s are those times where, like I mentioned before, you have so many options, you have so many things to explore, you have the time to do them. So spend those time on yourself. My next point is self-confidence. Guys, this is something that I know that I struggled with in my 20s, because I was always thinking that I'm not good enough. I was always thinking that this person is better than me. I was always thinking that this person's skin color is finer than me. You know, the way you will go out with your friend and then maybe guys are looking at her, they are not looking at your way. Anytime you go out, people are more attracted to your friend than they are to you, and then you begin to think, maybe it's her skin color, maybe it's her shape, maybe it's her this, maybe it's her that, and then you start looking down on yourself that you don't have those qualities, you don't have those things that it takes for people generally, not only the opposite sex, but generally people don't get attracted to you. You know, there are some people that naturally, when you see them, you just feel like you just want to be this person's friend. They are just so attractive. They just have that aura around them, and then you just want to be with them. So most of the time we might start looking down on yourself that I don't possess all this quality. And I think that's what has caused the society now to start looking at all this body enhancement, doing cosmetic surgery. I think that's part of what causes all those things. That's another topic on its own, in fact. But I just need to tell you that you need to care less about what people think about or say about you. It also comes from that place where people are saying this about me, people are saying, so you care so much about what people say or think about you, and you start losing your self-confidence. You start trying to prove yourself in one of, like, it will look as if you're trying too hard. Yeah, you're trying too hard to prove yourself in different ways. Self-confidence is quite broad. It's quite a broad topic that there are so many things involved. It might be your body, it might be your complexion, it might be your person. So I just need you to embrace your person, because you're unique in your own way. Everybody is unique in their own way. That person you feel that is more attractive, people are more looking at that person. You attract what you are. That's just the thing. You will still attract people that will still resonate with you, people that will still love you, people that will still like your kind of person. You don't give what you don't have. So if you don't have that love for yourself, you don't love yourself as much, you can't give as much love. So if you have so much love in you, you love yourself the way that you are, then you can be able to share more love to others. So I need you to embrace yourself, love yourself the way you are. Nobody is ugly, nobody is finer. Everybody is just unique in their own way. My next point is societal pressure. Guys, this is one thing that is ruining so many people's life today, especially people in their 20s. Like, societal pressure is so much. Even during my 20s, it was there, but I think it has like skyrocketed since then. Like, now the societal pressure is too much. So please, I'm here to tell you that do not succumb to societal pressure, especially these days of social media. Social media will make you think that you are useless. Social media will make you think that you don't have anything going on in your life. Social media will make you think that there's so many things wrong with you as a person. It takes a strong mind, the grace of God, for you to like stay sane in this world of social media. We the millennials, I think we do get the hang of it. Even we've gotten the hang of it, but I can't tell for everybody. For me, but you see, these Gen Z's, this Gen Z society, this Gen Z stage, those people, if care is not taken, social media will ruin a lot more life than it has already. Social media has its own positive and the negative. It has the positive and the negative. I just feel like she should just take the positive out of it and leave the negative, because the influencing world is really influencing most people negatively. So do not bow to societal pressure. They don't really care about you. That's the truth. They don't really care about you. So have that in mind, and it will help you make a better decision. Okay, lastly, what I'm going to talk about is prioritizing yourself. I've kind of touched on this earlier, but it's also good to like hit the nail harder on the head. Prioritize yourself first, and not trying to please others, trying to please everybody, and not trying to please all your friends. See, you cannot carry everybody along. We all have our vision. Everybody have their own vision. So your own vision might be totally different from your friend's vision. So that is why in most cases you realize that somehow you just fall apart with somebody you used to call your best friend, and you guys are no longer best friends. You guys don't even no longer talk. It's not because of anything. Most times it even happens unconsciously. We move. There are so many people that don't share the same vision as us. As you're moving up the ladder, you're dropping a lot of people. Does not mean they're down there. It might just mean that they are walking in a different direction. They are also following their own vision. They are going on a different a different direction. So climbing up the ladder yourself doesn't mean they are down there, you've left them down there. They are climbing their own ladder differently. Okay, so it's not everybody that will share the same kind of vision as you. So as you're moving up, you're dropping some friends. There are so many friends you have, you feel that these people are people that I've known for a long time. This is my bestie. We are going to be. It happens. Most people, if your bestie is somebody, maybe your group of friends when you were teens, you will share the same vision. You will grow together. You keep growing and you keep communicating together. But there are so many people that you will still drop like. You guys will just stop communicating. It's not as if you don't love them anymore. It's not as if you guys are not friends anymore. It just happens like that. Distance might play a part in it. Job, career might play majority part in it, and you guys just go in different direction. So don't always try to carry everybody along, and not all friends are your friends totally. Fine, you like your friend, you love your friend, you share your vision with them, but you can only try as much. Once you've told them, this is what I want to do, or let's do this, let's do that. I had so many friends then that I would always share my vision with. We will always discuss how we want to grow, what we want to do, and everything. By the end of the day, they end up going a different direction. I end up going a different direction. So even in you trying to carry your friends along, always prioritize yourself. That's what I mean. Always prioritize yourself, because your vision is your vision, and you're the only person that can push yourself up there. So yeah, those are the things I wish someone had sat me down in my 20s and tell me about, like few of it. So last word I'm going to say on this video is that enjoy the moment. Enjoy every moment of your 20s. Enjoy every bit and every phase of it, because you pass through phases. You need to enjoy every moment, the good, the bad, the ugly. Enjoy it all. You will experience heartbreak. You will experience so many things. Just don't. These are the things that you will look back to one day and tell yourself, thank God I even did that. If I had not done this, this wouldn't have happened today. If I had not had this experience, this wouldn't have happened today. So don't be scared to make mistake. You make mistake, that's for sure. Most time in your 20s, you're always thinking of the future. Your imagination won't kill you. You think about so many things. You'll be seeing couple goals on Instagram. You just be imagining a lot of things going on in your head. Please enjoy every single phase of your 20s and stop gazing through them to an imaginary future, okay? Just enjoy it while it lasts. So those are my final words for this video. I hope you liked. I hope you enjoyed watching every bit of it. Please let me know in the comment section if this resonates with you, or if you have any points you want to add to this. Please leave it in the comment section down below, and let me know the topic you like to hear next on this channel. So yeah, you remember, we are keeping it real on this channel, keeping it real with BB. We're keeping it real and we're locking it in. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.